And you can't come down until he has completed you. I want you to repeat this with me. God is doing a great work in me, and I can't come down until I've completed it. Your marriage may be floundering. It's a work in progress. It may seem like he's not going to get right or do right, or she's not going to get right or do right. It's a work in process and in progress. The goal that you have set up as an immediate goal may seem to be further away now than they were. You've got to understand and buy into the fact that it's part of a process and you're making progress. The career choice that you've made, you've not reached the ultimate point yet. There are some steps that you still got to go through. The financial goals that you may have established for yourself are still attainable. But on your way to reaching that goal, the Bible says there's going to be some suffering, some trial, some tribulation. In fact, the Bible says, but after a while, when all of those things that you're going through, when all that suffering, when all that tribulation, when all that waiting, when all those things that have had your mind conflagrated with doubt and fear, when all those things begin to present themselves, you've got to remember and be able to articulate and voice aggressively, I'm not through yet because God is not through with me yet. There may be a relationship that you're trying to work on. You're trying to build this relationship. You want it to grow. You want to see it to go. And you have picked out the person. The person has picked you out. And you're in that groove now, and you're trying to see how things are going to mesh. Don't let the people around you rush you or distract you from what God has shown you. You have an obligation to reach kingdom purpose. But in order to reach kingdom purpose, you must go higher. Repeat after me. I must go higher to reach kingdom purpose. And the higher you go, you need to have someone holding your ladder. But you need to have the right people holding your ladder. So you might need to ask yourself today, no matter what it is you're going through, who's holding my ladder? Did I pick them out? Or did they assign themselves to me? Who's holding my ladder? Will they be steadily holding it? Or are they going to be moved by every wind and change that comes up? Who's holding my ladder? When the going gets rough and up at the top it starts swaying, and it's going to sway. You're going to have to cry sometimes. When you're crying, will there be anybody holding your ladder who can even offer you one Kleenex? Or are they going to stop and start crying with you? No, don't you cry. You hold the ladder. Let me cry. I'm the one who's up here. Let me cry. I think I mentioned it one time to our deacons. I said, I'm blessed to have the kind of deacons that we do have in our church, and they're very supportive of the pastor and what the pastor sees. I don't expect them to see. I don't expect you to see all that I see when I see it. And I used to tell people that whenever God showed me something, I would show you, I would tell you what it was, and expect you to believe and see what I showed you. And I realized that if he wanted you to know what I saw, he would have told you. So God had to change me around, because see, every time I try to tell my vision, deacon, every time I try to tell what I saw, where we're going, somebody would come back and say, oh, no, ain't no way we can do that. Oh, no, we can't have no church. Not this big. Can't have no church to see these many people. We got to keep having two services. We can't have no carpet on the floor. Can't have no Can't have no church without some pews. The response that you gave on our technical ministry to put up this system was so vast and so immediate. I heard somebody say after the time was over with, I wish I had gotten in on that. Can I give you a word here? Everybody want to get in on something after. You don't wait until a baby is born and say, that's my baby. You ought to start saying that while you So I don't waste time anymore trying to translate, transcribe, and transmit the vision. I spend my time now concentrating on who's holding the ladder. These brethren will tell you that. Elder Washington in the office, he'll come to me and he'll say, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do that. I say, okay, go ahead, take care of it. But aren't you going to give me? No, go and take it. Why? I don't want to know who's holding the ladder. I know you're going to hold the ladder. You know who up on top of this ladder. You can start acting like you're weak if you want to. You can act like you're distracted if you want to. If I ever get off this ladder, I know who won't be holding that ladder.